And now moving on to Adam Schefter and the story about Aaron Rodgers. So basically, he reported on his draft day, Schefter did, that, let me get the tweet exactly so I'm reading exactly how it is because I don't want to mess it up. So he said reigning MVP Aaron Rodgers is so disgruntled with the Green Bay Packers that he has told some within the organization that he does not want to return to the team. League and team sources told ESPN on Thursday. So on the Dan Patrick Show today, Adam Schefter admitted that he decided to release the Aaron Rodgers story without any sources and decided to release it on draft day. Dan Patrick tried to, get him to talk more, and Schefter basically said, look, this is not coming from a source. This is just off of rumblings that he has heard. So he basically went off his gut feeling of what he thinks the situation is. And the reason why Schefter decided to report it on draft day of all days is because he figured it was going to come out eventually. So I'm guessing his thought process was he might as well be the first. And ironically, it was on draft day where ESPN possibly gets their most viewership and clicks and buzz around that day. And I mean, this tweet from Schefter got 105,000 likes on Twitter. So it obviously was big news. And, for me, I think the problem with this is that if Adam Schefter is just giving a take, I'm fine with it. But he specifically said league and team sources told ESPN, but that never happened. So that's where I think everything kind of went downhill, because he literally said league and team sources told ESPN when they in fact never did.
It's a bad situation because he's one of the most credible guys in football. He's not one of those guys that come out and make lies. He's one of the guys we follow up, him and Ian Rapper, like we follow up for real to get the information on NFL and news. And to come out and just kind of like put a little stain on his credibility, I don't know why he did it. I guess he did it just to heat up draft day or whatever, but it kind of puts a stain on his credibility in a sense, because now you come out and you lied on national television and you literally said league and team sources, so now you made it seem like other teams lied too, so now it looks bad on both parts. I still think he's gonna, everybody's gonna believe what he says. I still think he's gonna have that power where he can still, be credible. But I think people are gonna look back at this and say, well, this is something that's a stain on Adam Schefter. But I think he's done enough in his career where this is gonna go over in a couple years, maybe even a couple months. I think he's done pretty much enough where it's like people have done worse with little to no sources, and people have done worse without his credibility. So I think he'll be okay. It's just, this is something as of right now in the heat of the moment, off season, this is like, yo, bro, like, come on. Like, but with all the Aaron Rodgers stuff coming out, like, this is something that we need to be sure about, because he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah, I agree. The frenzy that everything created with that on draft night, everybody was like, okay, who's trading up? Who's trading out? Who's sending picks over to Green Bay? And the crazy part about everything now that we know that there was no sources, that he was just saying it, it actually makes itself almost credible, because the Packers continually came out and said, well, we're not trading Aaron Rodgers. We're not doing this and that. But we already knew that there was turmoil in between the organization with Aaron Rodgers as well. So it just becomes more of a sense that, like, I believe that he did it, like you said, just to get it out there first. It was going to happen eventually. But everyone knew already that there was turmoil from the seasons before. Then Rodgers, I believe, I don't know who quoted him. I don't think it was Schefter. It could have been someone else, that he told his teammates that he doesn't plan on returning. I could be wrong by somebody else. But there's just turmoil all around, and I don't believe that it's going to be something that's going to transpire into the fact that it's going to change the outcome. I believe Aaron Rodgers still is either going to get dealt or he won't play.
Yeah, whether Aaron Rodgers does want out or he wants to stay in Green Bay is not really my problem with the entire situation. Because if he does in fact want to go, okay, some people can say, oh, then Schefter was right. But I don't think that was a problem. I think the problem is that Schefter reported on something that he didn't know was true or not. He's just reporting on something that he believes is his gut feeling. And this has created a ripple effect on Aaron Rodgers to the point where when this report first came out, oh, Rodgers is now a diva. Rodgers is now this. Then other people start reporting that, oh, Rodgers said it in a text message that Brian Gutekunst is Jerry Krause and he's MJ. And some people are now bashing Aaron Rodgers. And this is why Aaron Rodgers has repeatedly said that he hates the media, because it is a clickbait society. And I don't think it's a coincidence that on the biggest day that ESPN has yearly, which is the NFL draft, this report gets reported, because Schefter said that he's had this information sitting for weeks. He's heard rumors for weeks about this stuff, but he decided to do it on draft day when no league source or team source told him specifically, even though that's what he tweeted. And he even told Dan Patrick that nothing that morning came to me that made me release it. I just thought it was eventually going to get released, so I might as well have done it that day. I don't think it's a coincidence that he did that, but former Packer John Kuhn, who was a fullback, he was a pretty good fullback for them. He said that he has talked to Aaron Rodgers and they had a conversation, and there definitely is some frustration between him and the Packers organization. Like, that is true. Like, Rodgers is upset with how they have been building around him for the last couple of years. So that's definitely true. But I don't think that's the problem with the situation. The problem is that Adam Schefter is a credible guy, and he's supposed to represent what the media should be in terms of going about things the right way and reporting on things the right way. If Schefter is just coming out and saying whatever without any sources, what makes him more credible outside of his already, credible name than a regular Twitter guy that tweets out rumors, or a regular Instagram or football news page? What makes you any different if you're just going to go off of no sources? Nothing makes you different. These are the same guys that like to, try to, I guess, they try to hold the line for other journalists, aspiring journalists. These are the same guys that try to, kind of talk down on other people that break news, yet they're not using sources. So I think that's more of the problem than anything else. Of course, we know that Rodgers is frustrated. Yeah. Whether he wants out and is not going to return to the team, we don't know that.
Mm-hmm. What was this about?
Yeah, that was, I don't know.
And I'm in the heat of the moment, man.
I thought he was going to slam it.
Yeah, I thought he was going to slam it too. He just like...
Man, I can't slam it. I'm going to hit the mic. It's going to make a sound. Man, what was that about? Going to the bathroom and taking a leak,
that
man?
Was ridiculous.
Water.
Yeah, man, don't worry about my hand movements.
What's going on here?
No, but yeah, I think that's more of the problem that's happening with Aaron Rodgers right now. I think, it's messed up, because I think Aaron Rodgers, from what I've seen on the Pat McAfee show, he looks like a chill dude. He looks like he keeps to himself, so.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, I don't think he's this type of dude that the media has tried to portray him to be. I don't think he's that. And Pat McAfee has even, throughout this whole process, has been defending him. And he's actually been getting backlash for that. So, I think this report has kind of ruined Aaron Rodgers' image to an extent. And I think that's not fair to him. And I think that's the bigger problem in this whole.
Yeah.
If any quarterback deserves to say what they need to say, I think it's the MVP, Aaron Rodgers.
100%.